Alright, so in this video I'm going to be talking about The Last of Us, and really this is just my thoughts of where I think the game should go from where it is now. Most people want to see a sequel for the game, but honestly, I want to see a prequel. Now, what I mean by that is, I'm not talking about like the DLC, the way the DLC was made. I'm not talking about that kind of prequel. This is going to be a bit of a spoiler, so if you haven't played the game yet and you don't like spoilers, then stop watching the video. But yeah, remember the part or after Joel's daughter dies, and then they go 20 years later, and then they show him waking up? Yeah, I want to know what happened in that 20 years. Okay, because I imagine a lot of shit had to go down. Just what happened in that 20 years? And I think they should do that. You know, I mean, really, it'd be a good way to revisit the character Joel, which I think a lot of people liked. I think people enjoyed the character dynamic of Joel and Ellie a little bit more than just Joel. But, I mean, from a lot of the dialogue in the game, it seems to me that a lot of shit has happened from, Joel's daughter dying up to this point, based on a lot of the dialogue between the characters. You know, at one point, Joel admitted to Ellie that he had been a hunter. That he basically killed a lot of innocent people. And based on a lot of this, some dialogue between him and his brother Tommy, it seems like, Joel's done some fucked up things. So I want to, what are some of those fucked up things that Joel did? How did he meet Tess? How did he meet Bill? How did he meet Marlene? What happened between him and his brother Tommy? Why did they, split up? What happened? There's so much they could cover, And not only could they go over that stuff story-wise, but they could also show you in the game the first days of basically, I guess, the apocalypse in the Last of Us universe. They could show you Joel's first experience with a clicker or a stalker. It probably would be, yeah, that's how the evolution goes. You go from runner, stalker, clicker, bloater. So you could show Joel's first experience with a stalker, first experience with a clicker, first experience with a bloater. It'd be awesome, Let's see. They could also show Joel's experience with spores and how did they learn about that, Because obviously they didn't learn it the wrong way, because they're still alive 20 years later, so obviously, they found out about it in a good way, not from bad experience. So I think that would be really cool, and you could also show a lot of the people that they meet during this time. Well, because I have to imagine that they would have, gotten to know more people than just Tess, Bill, and Marlene. So they could introduce different characters and whatnot that would now be dead. But the thing is, if they did do a prequel, it would basically have to end with all the characters being alive, So they couldn't do a prequel and then end it with Joel dying. That wouldn't make any sense. But I think they could actually, if they did decide to do a prequel, I think since they'd be trying to cover like a 20-year span, maybe they should break it up into 4 different parts. But then it'd be kind of drawn out and whatnot. But it probably would be a little too drawn out. So that's honestly what I think is needed right now for The Last of Us, a prequel. I want to know what the fuck happened in that 20 years. How did Joel meet Tess? You know, what are some of the leading events that basically made Joel a rugged survivalist? You know, and also Joel's kind of a ninja in the game. He's very, if you know how to use him, he's very stealthy. So, where did he learn how to do a lot of that stuff, or just from experience? So I mean, there's just so much they could do with a prequel. They could just show everything. So it'd be interesting. I mean, they could show how Joel dealt with his daughter dying, because they didn't really show that at all. Because again, with 20 years later, and he's kind of he's kind of past the mourning part of his daughter dying. You know. I just think it's almost necessary. I think they should do it. I don't think they will do it, but I think they should do it. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you want to see more in the future, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what do you think should happen with The Last of Us? Do you agree with my beautiful idea of a prequel? Or do you think it's garbage and there should be a sequel? So, tell me what you think below.